you also said factory farming is an amazing invention, even though it's just basically an infinite suffering machine. That's like dead birds dying on their faces and pigs suffering to death on the floor of their own, like laying in their own feces, like mothers like stuck in cages and like piglets being smacked on the ground and their heads on the concrete. Like horrible places here.
I know you say mothers though, but I feel like the language you use is trying to get some sort of emotional response. Mothers. I have a mother. You have a mother. There's the mother of my children who I care deeply about. It's a chicken.
Yeah,
it's a pig. It's a cow. But it's a wonderful, wonderful system that anywhere I go in the world, I can ask for a plate of chicken and somebody can get me chicken and cook it for me and put it on my plate. Now, factory farming plays a massive role in that, whether anyone likes it or not. So it is very impressive. Back when my parents were growing up, you had seasonal vegetables. You couldn't even get oranges in the winter. And now, any time of any year in any city in the civilized world, I can get a steak. I eat steak every day. I think that's a beautiful thing. Now, I understand that factory farms are a part of this system. When I say the system is incredibly impressive because I can eat steak whenever I like, that doesn't mean I'm going to sit at a factory farm and get my out and get off on the fact that all these cows are being tortured. I'm not a sadistic person, but I understand that it's part of the system, the wonderful system of global food supply. And I love steak. So would I abolish factory farms? No.
I'm just actually very surprised that you know so much about the industry. Like, if you know as much as I know,
yes,
and you're calling it wonderful because it's like
absolutely
something like, you know, I've been in some pretty horrible situations and I've seen some pretty horrible like videos. But when I became an investigator and seen what goes on in these places, like it is some of the most disgusting, vile, horrific violence and cruelty and stench of corpses lying in they die in their own feces, these animals, and these chickens are 6 weeks old. They just grow so quickly that they break their own legs and they lay there suffering to death. Like millions of birds die before they even get to the slaughterhouse. And to call that wonderful, like, just seems like either like maybe you think the technology is wonderful or something, but inside there, like if you've seen all the footage, I don't know how wonderful can come to your mind. Like, and most people that I've ever spoken to, and they've actually done research on this. They've done massive polls. Like, most people are against factory farming.
Yeah, they say they are. They say they are, and then people talk about, oh, you have to get rid of farming because of climate change. Yeah, let's get rid of all the farms. That's a wonderful idea. And I know you're going to say, well, we could grow a bunch of beans, but I don't want to eat beans, and I don't want to eat crickets, and I don't want to eat plant-based food. I want to eat meat, and factory farms are part of the supply chain. It's not that a factory farm itself is beautiful. You have to understand these are all intricate wheels in a system which gives people the ability to have whatever food they like on whatever plate they like in whatever city they like globally. So I find that impressive. That's an impressive feat of human ingenuity. And to take that argument to say, oh, Tristan's the kind of guy who loves factory farms and thinks they're beautiful is actually not what I said, one.
Okay.
And two, my next question would be, did you think that I don't know stuff before you spoke to me? Because you seem surprised that I know a lot. Like, what do people think I'm stupid? I don't get it. Some people do.
I don't think you're stupid. I think you're very bright, and I think you've been well educated, and you speak very coherently, and you've a higher in intelligence than a lot of people that I speak to. What I do come across though is people who think they know about what goes on, but have just seen a few videos here and there, and like I don't. But maybe, you know, maybe just being there and that visceral stench and the hearing the murmuring of the animals and seeing them dying on their faces might pull you off of the position that this is just a wonderful invention where I get to have 0%. Meat wherever I want in the country.
0% in the world, and 0%. No, I understand the realities of where my food comes from, and I think a lot of people do. That's my point about I think a lot of people do. I think that a lot of people watching right now are going to learn a thing or two, and I don't think anyone who listens to me and follows me is going to think, oh, I better convert to veganism. I believe that you can be a vegan if you like. I don't mind if you're a vegan, but you mind if I eat meat.